Ice Cube, because Ice Cube has come out and given everybody some brutal truth. Sorry, Angel Reese, the $5 million offer was only for Caitlin Clark.
Ice Cube just embarrassed Angel Reese, and he didn't even have to raise his voice. TMZ caught him at LAX, asked why he offered Caitlin Clark $5 million to play in the Big Three, but not Angel Reese. His answer? Cold, calculated, and devastating. This isn't charity. We're in business to make money. Boom. That's the end of the conversation. Not a single offer, not even a call. Why? Because Angel Reese, for all the media hype, just doesn't bring in revenue. Not tickets, not merch, not ratings.
Angel Reese, you think she could ball out? You know, she's pretty solid, you know?
Yeah, she's a great player. You know, the thing with Caitlin Clark, it was just to unlock millions of dollars for the league because of her stardom.
Ice Cube said what the whole sports world was thinking. Angel Reese is not Caitlin Clark, and she never was. Let's rewind. Ice Cube, founder of the Big Three League, came out swinging with a $5 million offer to Caitlin Clark. But this wasn't just some inflated publicity stunt. This was a full-blown business investment. $10 million over 2 seasons, plus 50% of merch, equity in the league, and a 7-figure documentary deal. For just 10 games. You heard that right, 8 regular season games and 2 playoff appearances. That's $500,000 per game. Why? Because Caitlin Clark is a proven draw. She moves numbers, packed arenas, record ratings, fans screaming her name like she's the second coming of Jordan. Ice Cube saw the gold mine and went all in. This wasn't about gender. It wasn't about fairness. It was about ROI, return on investment. Clark doesn't just bring hype, she brings heat. From Iowa to Indiana, she's selling out venues faster than Ticketmaster can process orders. Meanwhile, Angel Reese, well, she's still trying to fill half an LSU arena after winning a national title. Ice Cube did what smart businessmen do. He followed the money. And Caitlin Clark was the only player worth betting on. The moment that offer hit the news, it sent shockwaves through sports media. And you know what it confirmed? There's only one woman in basketball that's changing the game, and it's not Angel Reese. So here comes TMZ asking the $1 million question. Yo, Cube, why didn't you offer Angel Reese the same deal? His response? Brutal truth wrapped in business logic. We don't have the luxury of being subsidized like the WNBA. We need players who guarantee revenue. Translation? Angel Reese ain't it. Cube wasn't trying to be disrespectful, he was being real. And it really hurts when the media's been telling you you're a superstar for 2 straight years. But let's be honest, Angel's fame is built on a shaky foundation of social media noise and viral quotes. She's known for trash talk and TikTok's not takeovers. Ice Cube looked at the numbers, look at the metrics, talked to sponsors, and what did they say? We're not investing in Angel. That silence is deafening. No call, no counteroffer, no interest. And before her fans start screaming injustice, remember this. This wasn't about race or rivalry, it was about results. Caitlin Clark earns those dollar signs. Angel Reese just earns headlines, and not even good ones anymore. Cube said, this isn't charity. He wasn't joking. In the real world, it's put up or shut up. And while Caitlin Clark's star power is backed by numbers, Angel's is just a flashy illusion, one that's losing value by the day. Angel Reese might run social media, but that doesn't pay the bills. Her Instagram is fire. Her Twitter is loud. She's got brand deals and viral interviews. But ask yourself this, is anyone actually paying to watch her play? That's where reality kicks in. Sponsors don't care about reels, they care about returns. And when Ice Cube's team sat down with the numbers, Angel Reese didn't move the needle. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark was setting records with every step: jersey sales, ticket sales, ratings, attendance. Reese has a lot of digital noise, but Clark has real-world demand. There's a difference. People will travel cross-country to see Caitlin. Angel? Not so much. And that's not hate, that's the harsh truth. The idea that followers equal fans is a myth. It might get you an endorsement deal, but it won't keep it. Ice Cube just said what sponsors were already thinking. Angel Reese is hype, not heat. And in pro sports, hype fades fast if you can't perform on the floor. So no, social media ain't a ticket line, and Angel Reese just found that out the hard way. Let's talk about timing. Caitlin Clark rolls into Chicago like a rock star. The arena? Electric. Fans packed to the rafters, autographs, chants, full-blown madness. And Angel Reese? Suddenly she's day-to-day with a bad back. Now, injuries happen, we get it. But fans couldn't help noticing the coincidence. Was she really hurt? Or did her team realize what was coming? Because with Clark in the building, the comparison was unavoidable. All eyes would have been on the crowd, the noise, the energy, the merch sales, the ratings. And Angel's camp knew she'd be outdrawn in her own city. That's humiliation on live TV. So she sat, quietly. No shade, no comment, just silence. And that silence was louder than anything she's ever said. It's one thing to be overshadowed, it's another to vanish. The whispers started instantly. Was she ducking? Was this a strategic injury? And while we can't prove anything, we don't need to. The optics were bad, really bad. Because if Caitlin Clark can take over your city, your fan base, and your moment, and you're not even on the floor, then maybe, just maybe, you were never the main character to begin with. The Queen of Chicago didn't show up, and the fans crowned a new one while she was gone. Remember when Reebok crowned Angel Reese as their new face? Billboards, ads, commercials, the whole Trap Queen rollout? Yeah, about that. The campaign's already losing steam. Behind the scenes, sources say sponsors are pulling back. Some planned activations, scrapped. Others, postponed indefinitely. Why? Because the numbers don't justify the investment. Engagement is down, buzz is fading, and the returns, embarrassingly low. It's not that Angel isn't talented, it's that she's not translating. She was supposed to be the next big thing, but all that branding can't cover a brutal truth. Fans don't pay to see slogans, they pay to see performances. And Angel's campaign? It's all personal, no production. Reebok took a bet on her image, and right now, that bet's looking risky. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark didn't even need a shoe deal to steal the spotlight. She just showed up and played. The crowds followed, the cameras followed. And Reebok? They might be wondering if they backed the wrong Barbie. Ice Cube saw it early. Reebok's learning it late. But either way, the message is clear. Angel's brand is burning out. And the worst part? It's happening in real time, while the person she was supposed to rival just keeps rising. When Caitlin Clark arrived in Chicago, it wasn't just a game, it was a takeover. Fans stormed the arena like it was Game 7 of the finals. People lined up for hours, desperate for a glimpse, an autograph, a selfie, anything. And the wildest part? This wasn't even her home court. This was supposed to be Angel Reese's city, her turf, her trap. And yet, the streets didn't scream Bayou Barbie. They screamed Caitlin Clark. The entire vibe shifted. Chicago didn't just welcome her, they worshipped her. People were saying it openly. She's MJ at the rack. Clark had the whole city in the palm of her hand. Angel Reese? Nowhere to be found. Her Reebok campaign? Forgotten in the chaos. Because while Reese was pushing branding slogans, Caitlin was building legacy. This wasn't a promo, it was a prophecy. Ice Cube didn't need to crunch numbers after that weekend. He saw it with his own eyes. Clark doesn't just fill seats, she owns the room. And Angel? She couldn't even show up to defend her territory. You can't lose your trap to a guest and still pretend to be the queen. Chicago made its choice. And it wasn't close. Angel Reese was supposed to be the hometown hero. Instead, she got evicted and the fans handed the keys to Clark. Let's kill the debate. Let's stop the delusions. Because when it comes to cold, hard numbers, Caitlin Clark isn't just winning. She's obliterating the competition, top-selling jersey in the league, breaking attendance records in every arena she enters, doubling, sometimes tripling, TV ratings. And not just at home on the road, too. That's a generational pull. That's superstar math. Angel Reese? She's not even in the same equation. Her numbers are decent, sure, but decent doesn't get you $5 million from Ice Cube. Decent doesn't trigger a sponsor frenzy, and decent doesn't keep your merch on back order for weeks. This is why the big brands are pausing, why agencies are suddenly quiet. Because when they lined up Clark and Reese on paper, it wasn't even close. Caitlin Clark equals cash. Angel Reese equals question marks. And in business, when the spreadsheet screams, don't invest, you listen. That's what Ice Cube did. He looked at the data, he ran the ROI, and he walked away from the illusion. The media can spin it all they want, but the truth is right there in black and white, and it says, Caitlin Clark is the only one worth the money. Angel Reese isn't just losing sponsors, she's losing herself. One day, she's Bayou Barbie. Next, she's Double Double Barbie. Then it's Chai Barbie, My Bound Barbie. She's got more aliases than she's got wins. And now, she's facing a full-blown identity crisis. Not the cute kind you see in rom-coms, the public meltdown kind, the kind where your image collapses under the weight of expectation. Because when Caitlin Clark's not around, Angel Reese starts to vanish. She's built her entire media presence on comparison, on rivalry, on headlines that say, versus Clark. But what happens when the spotlight shifts and no one's watching? You can't be the villain in a story when the hero's not in the building. Without Clark, Angel's drama feels empty, forced, manufactured, and the fans are noticing. They're asking the question out loud now. Who is Angel Reese without Caitlin Clark? That's a dangerous place to be, because if you don't know who you are, why should a brand invest in you? Ice Cube didn't offer Angel a deal because he saw through the smoke. You can't sell a persona built on proximity. You need your own platform. And right now, Angel Reese is standing on borrowed clout and the lease just expired. Ice Cube didn't throw shade. He didn't disrespect anyone. He just told the truth, and the truth cut deep. This isn't the WNBA. We're not subsidized. We have to make smart investments. Boom. That line alone could be printed on a business school textbook. Ice Cube wasn't playing favorites. He was protecting his brand. He offered Caitlin Clark a deal because sponsors guaranteed returns. Period. He didn't offer Angel Reese anything because the numbers didn't support it. No hate, no drama, just economics. And that's what Angel Reese fans can't seem to accept. This wasn't personal, it was financial. And guess what? Every major brand agrees. Reebok's backing off. Other campaigns are getting shelved. Because they're all looking at the same truth Ice Cube saw, Angel Reese doesn't bring the business. You can cry unfair, you can scream bias, but you can't argue with profit margins. Cube looked at the projections, saw the trajectory, and made the smart play. Angel Reese might be a social media star, but in the real world, that doesn't cut it. You can't sell drama, you sell performance, and right now, Reese is running on fumes. Ice Cube just made it official. She's not worth the gamble. Now here's the final scene. Angel Reese is at a crossroads. She can keep chasing shadows, keep clinging to Caitlin Clark's shine like it's her own, or she can pivot, find her own lane, build something real. Because let's be honest, she's got the tools, she's got game, she's got personality. But as long as she's trying to be the anti-Caitlin, she's doomed to be a second act. This isn't about hate, it's about strategy. You can't win by mimicking the star you're trying to outshine. That's why sponsors are fleeing. That's why Ice Cube didn't even blink before saying, no deal. They're not buying the act anymore. If Angel wants to survive this moment, she needs to get real fast. Drop the Barbie branding, cut the TikTok antics, get back to basketball, start hooping like her paycheck depends on it, because it does. This is her make or break moment. The media circus is fading. The comparisons are exhausting. It's time to show up as Angel Reese, not as a reaction to Caitlin Clark. Because one thing's clear, Clark isn't slowing down. She's the face of the league, the fan favorite, the ticket seller. And unless Angel changes the narrative, she'll be remembered not for what she did, but for who she tried to outdo.